Hi, I'm Amber Phillips from Ohio Media School, and I have the pleasure of standing next to Coach Cooper from Ohio State.
Hello, how are you? Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for being with me.
Thank you.
So, I want to ask, how did you get your start into football?
I started because of my high school football coach. He told me one day, he introduced me to a sporting goods salesman, and when I was a kid, whatever job you got when you got out of school, that's what you did the rest of your life. So he introduced me to the salesman and said, "This is Coach Cooper, John Cooper." I wouldn't have coached him, but John Cooper said he's my quarterback. Said he's like having a coach on the field. He said, "Matter of fact, John, you'd be a good coach." From that day on, I wanted to coach football. I wanted to coach high school football. So I coached for 39 years because of that.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I interviewed for a high school coaching job, and they turned me down. So I went to college coaching. I coached at Oregon State and UCLA and Kansas and Kentucky and Tulsa and Arizona State and of course, Ohio State.
How long were you at Ohio State?
13 years. 13 years. Second winningest coach ever down there.
Really?
I'm proud of that. Had some pretty good players. Eddie George.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's full circle to see him here tonight.
Absolutely. Really proud of him, yeah.
So what was one of the best parts about coaching, the most gratifying?
Seeing these young kids mature, grow up, go to class, not only being great football players, but getting a degree from Ohio State, being successful, Kirk Herbstreit, guys like that played for me that are so successful now in the business world. Seeing those guys, Bobby Hoying, people like that, real successful after they finish playing football. You don't play football all your life. You got to prepare yourself for, later on in life.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely need to get the degree with the football.
Absolutely.
But we have a room full of people that were able to turn that into a career.
So proud to be associated with these groups. It's amazing how great almost all these players are. They wouldn't be going in the Hall of Fame. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I'm so proud to be going in this one. I'm in 8 already. And this to me is the most important because I said earlier, I wouldn't be a coach if it wasn't for my high school football coach.
Absolutely. And it seems like with high school football, you're just playing, you're young, and you don't think that it's a whole lot. But for all the people in this room, that was the starting point. That could be something that saved you or propelled you to the next level or taught you something to get you where you needed to go.
All these good players think they're going to play on Sunday, and only about 2 or 3% of them play on Sunday. I had a reputation of being a real good recruiter. I recruited the mom or the grandmother or the dad, somebody who ran the family. And I said, you let your son come and play for me. I'll treat your son like I treated my own son. My own son played for me. Great player. His team won the high school championship, and he played for me and was team captain and all that kind of stuff. Team went undefeated in high school in Oklahoma. So the important thing is I said, I will treat your son like I treat my own son. And I told my coaches, you got to recruit players that can play better than we can coach. So the team that wins has usually got the best players. So that's the reason recruiting is so important.
What do you have to say to high school players that are starting off? A little bit of coaching.
Work hard, take coaching, work hard, never be late, do what the coach tells you to do. And get yourself in condition and play hard and give effort on every play. Get better every day. Eddie George is a good example. Eddie didn't play for much for me his sophomore year. 2 years later, he wins the Heisman Trophy.
That's incredible.
And I saw him today, and he looked like he could start right now again, Yeah.
What was that time like, coaching Eddie?
Well, Eddie was a great player, but I tell you, we were loaded that year. That's the year we probably had the best football team in the country. Eddie he had a lot of great games. He won the Heisman Trophy, but he had 2 games, one of them against Notre Dame where he rushed for 210 yards. And then the last game of the year against the number 1 defensive team in the country, Illinois, he rushed for 217 yards, which is a school record at Ohio State. So to see him come from not playing at all his sophomore year and winning that Heisman and being the player he is and the person he is today, not necessarily the player he was, the person he is today, very successful head football coach today.
Yeah, to be like a proud father kind of.
Absolutely. I saw him earlier and had tears in my eyes. I said, my goodness, no wonder we won so many games. We had players like Eddie George. Yeah.
What do you think was the most challenging part about being a coach?
Recruiting, treating players right, be demanding, make them do it your way. You can't have 22 football players playing the way they want to play. They got to play the way they're coached. And effort. We had our defense is well known. We call them the silver bullets, 11 silver bullets. You want to have 11 people flying to the football, playing hard every play, giving effort every play. And if you do that and play sound defense, you're going to have a good football team, and you're going to win a lot of games. And nowadays, win or tie, the fans are with you, but don't tie too many. Can't tie too many games.
And was there anybody that you looked up to?
My high school coach, and then my college coach that gave me my first coaching job. Both of them are passed away now, but Coach Tommy Prothro gave me my first coaching job at Oregon State. Oregon State went to the Rose Bowl in 1964. Our staff went to UCLA, went to the Rose Bowl in '66, and everything I taught and learned about college football was from Coach Tommy Prothro. That's a name out of the past.
You'll never forget it, right?
No, I'll never forget it. I guarantee you that.
And what does it mean to you being here tonight? So we're at the High School Football Hall of Fame induction ceremony. We've got a room full of great people, including yourself. What does that feel like?
Well, I'll brag a little bit. I'm the only coach to win the Rose Bowl, the head coach of the Pac-10 Conference and the Big Ten Conference. I'm in 8 Hall of Fames, Ohio State Hall of Fame, Arizona Hall of Fame, Iowa State Hall of Fame. This Hall of Fame here is as good or better than any of them, in my opinion, because I would not have been, I told you earlier, I would not have been a football coach without the influence of my high school football coach.
Absolutely. Well, I really thank you for your time. It was an honor to stand next to you. My name's Amber Phillips. I'm from Ohio Media School, and this was Coach Cooper. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks very much.